All right, now that you have understanding of if and else if statement, we can go a little bit more deeper. This time I'm going to explain about nested if statement. Now the word nested is very important here because you'll hear this word quite often. Nested means when you have something inside of something. So let me give you a real example here very quickly. So let's say you have an if statement. Now inside this if statement, you have one more statement. And this is a very simple example of nested if statement because you have one if inside another if. So this is called nesting, okay? Now later on you might have something like this. You have for loop here, and inside the for loop you have another for loop, and this is an example of nested for loop. So let me keep the if statement here for now. This one, the inner one, is called inner if statement, and the outer one is called outer if statement. So hopefully you got the concept here. You can have more if, nested if here, but of course the more nested if, you'll have the program look more complex, and there is no need to do that, to be honest. Most of the time you should keep it as simple as possible. Maybe maximum one nesting is okay, but if you have more than two or three, it gets unnecessary complicated, and the code is not that much readable, to be honest. So this is an example of nested if statement. Let's see in our program whether we can use this nested if statement. So let's think like that. If somebody gives us mark, let's say, let's take an input from user here, okay? So here I'm going to get rid of these static marks. We are going to ask the user to give us some marks. So here, enter marks. We are going to take the input from the user. And that's why we need an scanf, because we are using integer value, so we need to have the format specifier %d, and then we are going to assign this value inside marks variable. That should be all. Now let's run this program. It should work because our logic is still there. We have already tested that one out. So let's say if we give the marks here 90, it shows A+. It works perfectly, right? Let me run it one more time because I want to show you what's the issue here. If I run one more time and if I give, let's say, 110, now this is not a valid input because we are considering the marks to be inside between 0 to 100. So if somebody gives 110, still it shows A+. So in this case, we want to show this is an invalid input. And how can we do this? So when we are getting the marks, after that immediately we want to check whether this is a valid or not, okay? So we have two things to consider here. I'm using this if else just for explaining you here. So here we're going to check if it is invalid. We want to show some other message, but if it is valid, then maybe we want to check the conditions that we have, okay? So check the grading, something like this, check grading. Okay, and how can we do this? So let me just cut all the things that we did earlier because they are only for checking the grades when the marks is valid. So I'm going to put inside the else block. And now let's come back here. We need to check whether the mark is invalid. If it is invalid, we're going to show a message. Let's say the mark is invalid. The marks is invalid. Please give a number, give a mark between 0 to 100. That's all, okay? That should be all. Let me just keep it very simple. But now how can we check whether it's valid or invalid? Now there are many ways we can do this. As I said, I want to keep it very simple. So let's start first of all here. Let's see if the mark is greater than 100, then surely it's invalid. Or if the marks is less than 0, then also this is invalid. So now if we run this program, let's run it one more time. Here I'm going to run it, enter the marks. So if I give 101, it says the mark is invalid. Please give a mark between 0 to 100. So if this one works, we know if block working, so else block will not work. Again, I will run this program again just to show you. Let's say this time I'm giving -2. It will work here for sure, -2 less than 0. So this if block executed and else block will not work. So there is no grading checking going on here, right? And you can see the result here. The mark is invalid. Let me run it again. And let's say if this time I give perfect mark or the valid mark. So let's say 56. In this case, we can get the grading, which is C. So when we gave 56, nothing worked here. Of course, the entire one is invalid, or the if block returns false. Therefore, this one is now going to execute it and else will be working. In this case, the grading check will work just like before. So we can do it the other ways as well. Let me show you how's that. So first we will check if it is valid, only then we're going to check the grading. So let me just show you here. If it is valid, then we are going to check the grading. Otherwise, we're going to show this message. So let me just cut it from here. This time I'm going to put it inside else, and the check grading everything I can cut from here to here, and I can put inside the if block. So if it is valid, only then we are going to check the grading. And how can we check that? It's very simple. We can say if the marks is greater than or 0, and if the marks is less than or equal 100. Now this is the condition we are using for validity. If somebody giving us the marks, it has to be between the range from 0 to 100. So whatever the marks user is going to give us, it can be 0 or more than 0, and on the other side it can be 100 or less than 100. So this is what we are using. Okay, now we have if statement, which is the outer if statement, and inside the if statement we have inner if statement. So this is an example of nested if we have here, right? Now let's run this program and let's see everything is working perfectly. We need to test it out. Here I'm going to build and run again. Let's say this time I'm going to give 101 and it shows the mark is invalid. Please give a mark between 0 to 100. Again, I'm going to run it one more time. Let's say this time I'm giving -1 and it shows the same message, invalid. Okay. Now if this time I give 25 and this time, what do you think? What will happen? Of course, 25 is greater than 0 and 25 is less than 100. So when the both condition is true, only then we know the if returns true. Okay, for the logical AND, we already understood this one earlier. For the logical AND, all the condition needs to be true and only then it will return true. So of course 25 is greater than 0, 25 is less than 100, so this one will be executed, and of course just like before it will check one by one. 25 greater than 90, which is not true, then it will go to the else if. This one is not true, this one is not true, and it will continue. It will check 25 is greater than 14 or no, of course not, then else will work and it will return F. So let me just press enter here, run again, and let's see what happened. If we run this again, 25, and this one return F. So hopefully you got the concept of nested if statement here.